Howdy, partner. So you want to learn if the IKEA PAX closet system is right for you? Well, you're in luck. We're going to show you today. Today, we're going to show you an installation of the IKEA PAX closet system. Come on in and join us in this closet. And it's completely empty and ready to install that system. Now, if you've looked at that system at all online, there's a lot of different options you can do, and it's pretty much a customizable modular closet system. Now, I've never used the IKEA PAX system, not sponsored by IKEA in any way, but we have this closet and we want to try to maximize the use of space. This is not a very large closet. It's about 39.5 inches wide by 5 feet deep. So not a ton of room, but we wanted to figure out what we could do in order to fit as much storage as we can. So online in the store, IKEA has a computer model that you can do, and this is what we kind of designed here. And on this model here, we're going to have 2 sets of hangers on one side, then one longer set on the other side, followed by a thin drawer, and then 2 baskets. The total height is 79 1/8, the width is 39 3/8, and the depth is 22 7/8. So when you're modeling and designing your IKEA system, it's a really easy computer program, or you can get help in the store. But it has 2 different heights, and then there's either a full width, which is 39 3/8, or half widths, which are 19 and change. And then you can also decide how deep you want it. So we tried to make a size we thought was going to be good for this space. Unfortunately, even though we have the width for the widest one, I think, we would not be able to maneuver it in here. So we went with 2 of the 19 and change inch pieces that we're going to bring in individually and sandwich together. We also removed the baseboards because there's not adequate width to have the baseboards there. We want this to be a really custom finish. So once we get it all fit in here just perfectly, then we'll put up new baseboards and finish it out. It should be really nice, and it should definitely make use of the space. So we'll walk you through the whole project, show you how everything's packaged up, show you how it goes together, and let you know at the end whether we think that this was a good investment or not. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. So this is all the supplies that came when we mapped out that IKEA closet system. If you go to the store and map it out, or if you do it online at your home, you'll get a little code that you can bring to the store, and it'll give a shopping list. You can do a pickup, or you just give it to them, and they compile it all together for you. So what we did is we picked it out. There was a couple stock issues. We had to figure out exactly what they had in stock because we weren't going to come back, but then we ended up getting it all taken care of. Couple items of note. Number one, these larger pieces are pretty heavy. And again, we only went with a 6.5 foot tall, and there's a taller one, which may be a larger box. So you might need somebody with a little bit of muscle. Also, pretty large boxes. If you got a nice minivan or a pickup truck or something else, you'll won't have a problem, but an SUV. But if you have a smaller sedan, you might have an issue getting these boxes in the stands. Just something to take into account. But it comes with, you start buying, these are extras. These are little organizers that we'll show you. But it comes with the rods for the clothes. You have basket drawer pulls back and forth, shelves, the main walls, the other storage baskets, all the pieces. So we're going to break into this. It seems to be packaged pretty well. Start seeing how the instructions go, and keep you posted as we work through the build. Okay, so once you open the box, everything was neatly packed. We got a nice picture instruction manual here. Go ahead and lay it out in an area where you can work comfortably. Best to do this with a partner because some of these pieces are kind of bulky. Everything was, like I said, was well packaged. You've got a box with all sorts of hardware in here, a bunch of different nails and fasteners, and this is all stuff that pretty much if you put together self-assembled furniture, you've seen it all before. Nothing too crazy. Don't be intimidated by the number of pieces. Also, there's a couple stickers on these for reminding you to install anti-tip. Very important that you follow those instructions. But if you want to remove these stickers, they're really stuck on there, so now might be a good time to do it. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we will show you a few of the tricks as we go. You want to make sure that you're really taking your time, and I can't stress that enough. Look at the instructions, count the number of holes, make sure everything is oriented correctly, because the last thing you want to do is make a mistake. So just take your time, and don't check twice, check like 3 times before you move forward. Everything goes together pretty easily. You're just going to use a Phillips screwdriver for some of these attachments, and then a hammer, and that's really all the tools that you need. No special tools required. Put in little dowels, put in these little grabbers, and we'll go ahead and keep working through. Okay, so as you start to put it together, you're just gonna get everything set up, then set this down. One neat thing I was not aware is the PAX closet system has these adjustable legs here. So if your floor is not quite even, you can adjust it from the top actually after you've done that. So that's a really neat feature. And you just want to, again, follow the instructions really closely, put it together, and we're going to keep slapping this together, and we're going to turn it over and attach the back. Stay tuned. One of the pretty ingenious little things they have here is this contraption, which helps you to hold the nail for attaching the back and also sets it in so you're not going to go too far off and make a hole in the back of your wardrobe. So you're going to work your way along with about 47 little nails, and it's very easy to get these set and started. Also, what's extremely important is when you're doing this, make sure that the brown side, the back, faces up. It doesn't say back or anything. The white's on the inside, so it would stink to do the white up and have to turn it over. So we're gonna work through these, and then we'll call in our helpers to help finish nailing. Okay, and now we got plenty of help to put in all these little nails. So go ahead, good job, girls. Well, we got them both squeezed in here. This definitely would have been impossible with the one piece. So we have the two different sections, and then once you level them out, you clamp it together and you drill a little hole at the 5th hole, connect the two, and then you're just going to go ahead and screw them together with the supplied screw to make it one piece. Once we do this, we're going to install some of our inserts and keep this going. It was really not that bad to put together the original boxes, and I'm very impressed so far. So let's see how this project finishes. Assembly of the inside pieces is pretty straightforward. You're just going to take whatever hardware they give you, depending on it. For this shelf, for instance, you have these little, I guess you call them hooks, and you're just going to put them into the right hole, do a lot of counting, and then you'll screw that in. For the bars, you're going to do the same thing, just screw into these holes. But there's an infinite number of adjustable levels here, and then we'll talk about how to hide those holes towards the end. The way that the baskets or other slides work is really pretty easy. You basically install the slides along the side at whatever holes you want. You clip on some clips onto the baskets, and then it just fits on in. And it slides very nicely back and forth. Cool. One of the other neat features you can buy are all these different custom inserts that they have for any sort of drawers. So this here is a slow close drawer. We're going to put another piece on top. And we got a couple different inserts for some jewelry or watches or whatever else. And they'll fit just perfectly as well. Pretty neat. These kind of cost a premium value compared to the rest of the thing, but it's a nice finishing touch. All right, well, we're a few hours into this project. We're getting towards the home stretch. A couple things we got left to do. Number one is if you use two pieces, we have to clamp them together and then attach them. The way that you do that is you want to get them nice and tightly clamped together, make sure that everything's even, and then you can go to the 5th hole from the top and the 5th hole from the bottom. Get a drill bit the same size as these holes, which I think is about 3/16 of an inch, and you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm all even. You're going to drill straight through and out the other side. And they have here these specialty screws that come with it. So you're just going to put this here, and it should tap right through that hole. And then you're going to come back in the other side with the other half of that screw, and you're just going to screw those two together with opposing Phillips head screwdrivers. I know I said earlier you didn't need a drill, but if you're going to screw these together, you will. A couple other finishing touches is they have these hangers for mounting securely to the wall, as well as covers. You want to make sure you do that just for safety purposes. You mount this back towards the wall and you get into a stud. So don't skip out on that. And then lastly, they have these other doohickeys, and I can't recall what they're called right now. I'll go ahead and grab the name in a second. But what these do is when you figure out I'm not going to use one of these holes, you can snap these off, and they're just very soft. And you can do it either with a tool or just your thumb and push them in. They're pretty permanent. You could take them out, but it really gives it a nice finished look rather than having the holes everywhere. So we're going to spend some time hitting up all these holes, get everything glued together, get on some baseboards, and then we'll run you through what we think. Stay tuned. We are all done. I can't wait to show you the finished product. Excellent use of this space. This IKEA PAX system came together very nicely. You see we have a long wardrobe shelf here. Then we have one shelf here as well as one more here. On this side, we also installed a shelf on the mid. Then we have a nice jewelry shelf with soft clothes, as well as two baskets that'll probably be used for shoes or miscellaneous. Very, very happy with how it finished out. We put up some of these cover caps on some of the dots, but we did not buy enough, so I probably need a few more of these caps that cover everything up. But this product, for my first time doing the IKEA PAX system, it really went together very smoothly. It doesn't take an immense amount of skill. Now, it does take some time, but if you just read the instructions and take your time, I have no doubt you will get a nice finished product. All the measurements were very exacting. Everything fit together very nicely. There was no damaged parts. There was no difficulty in making things work. So I am very, very impressed. This actually turned out better and sturdier than really I had expected. So if you're looking for a way to spruce up a closet, especially a smaller closet, or even if you want to make this into a big master closet, which we may do in the future, we'll be doing our video on that, definitely recommend the IKEA PAX system. I'll keep you all updated over the next year or so. If it goes over and, I'll do an updated review of how it held up and how everything done. This is for one of our daughter's rooms, so it's going to get some use and abuse, but I think it'll be just fine. It's also well mounted into the wall, which again was important, and it is just really very, very impressed. Total cost on this unit was, because I know everyone's going to ask, was just under $400. So just to put in perspective there, if you've looked at custom closet. Again, thanks for tuning in, Mr. Greg's How To. Be sure to like, comment, most importantly subscribe. If you have any questions at all, please put them in that comment box. Never done any videos with IKEA furniture, so hopefully this was helpful to somebody. I appreciate y'all watching. And remember, we always proud, if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.